If you're a facilities manager at a university, you know students rely on the cafeteria for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the occasional late-night snack. So when a dishwasher breaks down and dirty plates pile up, the mess hall can turn messy in the blink of an eye. Enter Grainger. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast delivery, the product you need now is never far away. So you can turn that dishwasher back into a lean, clean washing machine. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The time at the signal, 1 o'clock. Stay tuned now for comedy. Like to set a friend who's parked in music, whatnot. WHDH, this matinee was Bob and Ray. Bob is in the blue suit. I'm wearing striped suit. And Bill Green is wearing, well, that's a fine description. But anyway,
he's wearing his college pin today. That toothbrush in his lapel.
Bill Green,
Bill! Hey, Green. Bill! That's good. Well, now, we'd like to know, here's, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I'll pick up the record. Here we go. That's all.
We've picked the needle off the record. I was just describing Bill's college pin that he's wearing in his lapel, that toothbrush there.
You mean?
He went to Colgate.
Hey,
wow.
I do too. I went to Collidos. That is funny.
No.
I wonder why. I also wear a toothbrush. I went to Yale. Why isn't that as funny as Colgate?
I don't know.
But that's beside the point. Friends, Bill Green, the fellow who was playing the piano, I don't really think you know it, but he played the piano with the Great Budapest String Quartet for a good many years. Didn't you, Bill? He also played drum in that fine organization. And
he doubled
bugle.
Drum, yeah.
And he played bugle. We have Lyle Gump Jr., bugle of Troop 40 here this afternoon to describe a few things in general.
Hi, Ray.
Hello, Lyle. Bugler.
Hi, everybody.
What's new and exciting with you and Troop 40?
Well, nothing very much. Kept us away from blowing that bugle all the time, you know?
I know. Your lips get kind of fuzzy, don't they?
Yeah.
They get very loose. You can't control them. I suppose you have a hard time eating grapes.
Yeah.
How does a bugler play grapes?
Well,
How do you, if somebody sent you around, say, over to your house at town as
for Christmas or for my birthday?
Well, that would make a difference, wouldn't it?
Sure.
Well, let's take...
Well, enough about me.
Let's talk about me, huh? Bill, what brings us to the air?
What brings you to our microphone here?
I have a couple of public service announcements.
Oh, let me see them.
Hand those to us before you read them.
You wouldn't be able to read these. These are written in English.
Well, I can't let you do it unless you explain to me what it's all about.
Well, one is a poem written by my little daughter, number 2 daughter, Judy. And she asked...
It's a very musical one in your
Are
family.
you grooming her to replace Margaret O'Brien or something? All right. Now, what's the other one?
It looks something like Don Silvio, come to think of it.
Oh, would you like to hear the poem?
Go ahead, sure.
The title of this is Christmas. I wish I had...
Is this going to be a sad note? You want me to play music?
No. That would make it sad. In December, when Christmas will come, that will be the time for all the fun. Time to
Just a minute. How old is this child?
7.
Well, will you explain
How long
to her
have you known this child?
Will you explain to her that sum and fun do not rhyme, and that I don't like people who take poetic license? Period. I just don't like that license. I never take it. When I speak in rhymes, I get words that rhyme. I like to know why some people think that they can use poetic license all the time when I never do.
Shut up, will you? Go ahead, Bill.
Shall I start over?
Yeah.
In December, when Christmas will come, that will be the time for all the fun.
Oh, what a rhyme.
Time to get some gifts and toys. Time to get some fun and joys. Children shout, Christmas is here. Santa Claus and all his reindeer. Ho, ho, says Santa, here's your fun. I have Christmas joys for everyone.
Thank you, Ted Malone. And now...
Beautiful, and I think that that
Very
child
nice.
displays great talent, Bill. And I bet you're proud of her.
Judy, in addition to being a songstress, she sings, you know.
Beautifully.
And she dances.
And she dances. In addition to that, she writes poetry. I think that's very wonderful, Bill. Where did she get her talent?
I
Not
don't know
from
whether
you,
you'd be interested
certainly.
or not, but Louis B. Mayer and myself are like this. And I could call him. I think he's out in California. Why don't I call Louis now?
Call him right now.
Hello, operator. Get me Louis B. Mayer, please. Hollywood, sure.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, Louis?
Yeah.
Ray Goulding.
Right off.
How's everything, boy?
Oh, pretty good, Ray.
How's your latest movie?
What'd you say this was?
Flicker, Son of Thunderhead.
Yeah.
How is it going?
Fine.
Wonderful.
Well,
Well, look, I'm calling from Boston. I've had my scouts...
where are you calling from?
Boston, and what do you think? Peg O'Brien's on the way out?
Well, I don't know. We've been kind of worried for a little while, but I guess the kid's going to stick around with us.
Well, certainly hope so, but I have a kid up
Right.
here...
Well, thanks for asking anyway, and I'll be talking to you again,
I
huh?
can help you again, Louis. Be glad and call me.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
How'd you make out, Ray?
He
He was
didn't
very
say.
anxious to have your daughter come out there.
So what else? No. Well, what else was there?
What's the other public service?
Last night, we played a Christmas party dance over at Radcliffe College.
Yeah.
And we got on the job rather early before all the guests had arrived.
Oh,
And
you
we-
dickens, you.
We saw two girls sitting there with long faces. And they weren't dressed as...
I prefer that type of girl
I
myself.
remember one time I went to a dance and I saw somebody with a long face, and I went over to him and I said, "What's the matter? You feeling lonely?" And the long face answered, was a horse.
Well, I was just speaking figuratively.
Go on.
Well, it seems that one of the girls
You're a beautiful
had...
boy.
First of all,
one of the girls...
are you
had made
panning
some-
yourself off as a molder of public opinion?
As an entrepreneur,
Are you telling these people that you're on the radio and that you'll do things for them?
Well...
are you going around doing that, Green?
Look, Green.
Because if you are, you know,
You can divorce yourself of this program
Well, no,
immediately.
I was
We'll
just
put you
trying-
back on
we can always get Annie Miller, you know.
easy.
I was just trying to do a kindly service.
All right, go on.
Now, one of the girls had made some infractions of the rules, so she wasn't permitted to go to the dance. And the other girl's date had a cold. He called her up at the last minute and said he couldn't
I've
come.
got news for her. I saw him over at the theater with another girl.
Yeah.
So the
He didn't have a cold.
The
It's
two
developed.
girls couldn't attend the dance. See?
I see.
So to atone for missing the dance in some way, I promised to play body and soul for Phoebe and B.
BB?
No, Phoebe.
BB in her new canoe canal?
No.
Yes,
no.
Marketuck, Connecticut?
No. Phoebe and B.
Phoebe and B.
Yeah. So you don't mind if I play a song for them?
No.
No. But you've
I always
taken a
pronounce that
long
name
time.
Phoebe.
Phoebe, yes.
Pronounce it Phoebe, huh? And B, of course, is short for Bobby, I suppose.
Oh, B is the one who wasn't, who was the bad girl.
Uh-huh.
She came in 5 minutes late one day.
That's what she gets.
I mean, when I set up that college over there, I set down Lars, Bill.
Well, and
just can't
I
have them
keep
broken.
telling, as dean over there, I like to have those girls come in at the right time. 5 minutes or 5 hours makes no difference.
That's right. I mean, the fact
And I
remains...
tell those girls that.
Fact
They
remains-
just don't pay any attention to me.
Just a moment, Dean. The fact that she was late. I can't stand anyone who's late.
I tell them I can't stand anyone who's late.
Well, I think she had a good excuse for being late.
Well, she had a good excuse. I shouldn't have been so rough with her, I suppose.
Dean, supposing we have another dance, will you let her go, please?
Might do that, yeah.
Thank you very much, Dean Gump. And now, Bill, why don't you go and play?
Let's play that very same song there.
Bob and I will dance around the old breakfast table.
This is the great Johnny Green
Incidentally, who
composition.
made
There
this
was the
toast?
piano player.
Who?
Johnny
Who
Green.
made this toast, incidentally? Awful.
I know he wrote it.
Johnny Green wrote Body and Soul. That's the late Bulletin friend, Bill Green.
Oh, you and your 10 fingers.
Well,
That was nice, Bill. I like that very
I
much.
think that was very beautifully done, Bill. I'm going to call Louis B. Mayer again. Josie Itoibe, I think we could replace him with you. Because he plays it. He plays the piano quite a bit in movies, particularly with Jimmy Durante and June Allison, whenever she stops crying.
Oh, I've got to tell you the most important thing. These two girls organized the Bob and Ray fan club over at
Why didn't you say so? If there's anything I like to
forgot
see-
that.
Obviously, that's the truth. And they also listened to Ken and Bill in the morning while making up the bed.
Well,
Well, that's about the only thing I'd ever want to do if I was listening to the Ken and Bill show.
Yeah.
Either be make up a bed or tear
Or
one
be
down.
flipping
But that's all beside the point on your head, Bill. Now, if you go back to the piano, please, and finish that crossword puzzle. The word you're searching for is juxtaposition. I think you'll find that fits. Now then, Arthur, what's new with you, see?
Hello, 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 hello.
Why don't you sing your theme first a little bit? Huh?
Well, I have to have my piano.
Run over there, will you, Wally?
Archie.
Or Archie?
Let's have a little piano music. No, you. You.
Bill, you're a genius.
Chesterfield satisfy women and men. Chesterfield over and over again. Milder, much milder, all smokers agree. Always by Chesterfield ABC.
Good evening, America. Time to eat soup. Here's old soup face himself, Eugene Crumlin. Thank you, Gene.
Thanks,
We're all
Tony.
gagging on a couple of these here spaghettis that were thrown in on the noodle soup, you know?
Thanks, Tony, very
I don't
much.
mind noodle soup if it's small noodles, but when they throw up a large spaghetti in it, boy, that's trouble, you know?
Yes. Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, it's time for Eugene Crumlin and his Stop the Scouts program.
Wait a minute now, Tony, till I tune up my ukulele.
Sure. We've got all night, Chief. Incidentally, don't tear up your ad lib.
That's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to tear up this commercial.
Oh, well, what do you
This
know?
makes
He really
everybody.
is, Fred.
This makes everybody
He's going to
laugh.
show how he thinks right on his feet, or with his
Here I
feet.
go. Just to prove it's all ad lib. There it is, little pieces. Tear it so
I've got a
slow.
late bulletin. That's your contract. I made a substitution there.
Well, hello. What you don't know is I have another copy of the commercial underneath here. But I'm going to tear this one up, too. Like that. What you don't know is I got another copy
I
of
know,
the
it goes on
commercial.
for 15, 20
I
minutes,
have
doesn't it?
15 copies of the commercial underneath.
Well, Eugene, here's our first good scout. His name is Lyle Gump. He's a bugler. And,
Thanks, Tony. Where do you come from, Lyle?
Bossing.
And
Bossing, Massachusetts.
who did you discover?
Me.
Where did you first discover yourself?
Shaving one morning. I found me standing there.
I see, and you
And I was singing, and I said to myself, that ain't bad for a young guy what's had no training. And I said, I'm going to speak to Eugene and see what he can do with you.
Would you like to try some of this soup I have right here?
No, thanks. I thought I'm cooking it.
Now, you're going to sing a little song for us.
That's what I'm planning on doing. Sing a song for
What
you.
type of songs do you do?
Oh, mostly romantic ballads.
Like what?
Well, like Casey and the Railroad, like that.
And have you had any professional background?
Oh, yes. Surely.
Where did you appear?
Well, I've appeared at Hampton Beach
You've appeared at Hampton Beach.
in a new trunk. I was just on the beach. I didn't do no singing, but
Oh,
I was
I see.
appearing up there for a matter of hours.
Uh-huh.
Then I made an appearance one time at Park Street Under. It was a command performance.
Hello.
You said that.
So I did. I tore up the wrong thing. Well, is your accompanist, Archie, you
I
all...
brought my own accompanist of my brother,
I see. Does he play...
Melvin Gump.
Does he play professionally?
No, regular way, 10 fingers, pounds away to the feet on the bottom there.
All right. Well, let's let our spotlight fall in on Lyle Gump.
Stop. Oh, I knew you were going to drop the spotlight on me. That ain't fair. How can I sing
Now,
now?
everybody be very quiet because we want...
Me, particularly, because I'm out like a light.
We want the reaction meter to work absolutely right.
Incidentally, how does that reaction meter work? I mean, I've sat home nights and sometimes I said he should have won. The guy got that big reaction. And the other fella didn't have much of a reaction.
I'll let you in on a little secret. I have a foot pedal underneath here.
Oh, yeah.
And I just put that... See it go
You're
away?
the croupier?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Okay, now let's have your song, huh?
Okay, sure. Take me out to the ball game.
That's a good timely one.
Take me out to the park. Where's Alvin Dark?
You got the words?
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the park. Come on, Al Dark.
Hello.
Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack.
Hello.
I ain't very cranky. It was stanky. Me out to the ball game. If they don't win, it's a thirdly. Or it's 1, 2, 3, 4 balls. Take your base. A little wrinkle I put in by myself.
Now let's have a generous round of applause for this young Lyle Gump.
Boy, great.
Wonderful. Now I think it's time that we have a little reprise. Our time is just about up. Let's bring out each one of our scouts here. First we had the young marimba player from Red Bank, New Jersey, who played Kitten on the Key.
You remember me, folks.
Then we had the female quartet from Salt Lake City, Utah. And finally the...
Thanks, folks. Thanks, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's 5. We only had 4. Then we had the bird impersonator from Red Bank, New Jersey.
I also play the marimba.
And finally, we had the young songstress Lyle Gump.
Take me out to the ball game.
All right, that's enough now.
Mark.
Let's see who the winner is. I see by our reaction meter that the winner is... Harvey Crumlift. Will you come back out here, please?
Thanks a lot, you came to stop me on this rubber ladder to success.
Well, you've got a long road to hoe.
I won't be appearing on your program in the morning. I don't like it. I got a late bulletin for you. I want to be spotted with Jack Smith.
And we're sending you over to see a big producer who may put you in a Broadway show. How does that sound?
Awful. One thing I hate is the stage, you know.
Want to try some of this soup I have here?
No, thanks. You could give it to me.
Well, I see our time is just about up for tonight, but we won't be back again. Tony.
Yeah? You call me, you James. I'm laughing over here.
I see you're wearing your college pin, a toothbrush in your lapel. Where'd you go to college?
Yale.
Sign me off, Tony.
I burped at Dr. Lyle. Well, friends, you've been laughing and giggling and smiling to Stop the Scout with Eugene Crumlin. He'll be heard again next week at the same time when he's brought to you by Soup.
Want to try some of this soup, Tony?
No, thanks. I've seen a maggot.
Wait till I tune my ukulele.
I have a nasty cough here.
This is rather a bad cough. It's too bad we don't have a cough.
Where is Ken today?
Kenny?
Yeah.
Ken Wilson. I've seen him for years. Have you?
No. Ken is still sick, I think.
Are any of the funds missing?
No, not that I know of. I haven't. By George, why don't we look in the strong box, Bob?
All right. Open it right here.
We keep it strong, friends. Keep a little blue cheese wrapped around it.
Just down these few stairs. You want to go on?
When we get one of Jack Benny's writers to come with us, he could make it much funnier when we get there.
Our sound effects man wouldn't do any harm. Just down these stairs. Keep the strong box down here. Keeps it cool. Money doesn't stick together. Just across this corridor here. Now, I think through this door. Just down these few steps. See there.
You go along.
You coming? Well, I don't want to go down there alone.
Well, go ahead. I'll be right up here at the head of the stairs.
You'll be there.
Just keep whistling.
Okay.
And if somebody grabs you by the throat, I'll come right down to help you.
It's so ludicrous.
Wait a minute here. The note being written to me.
That's some magic handwriting there.
Isn't it, huh? So what is it going to be when you get through?
Well, you just, before the camera.
Bill has had a wonderful idea. I can see it.
Very good, Bill. You'll see me in my office after the
Put it
program.
on paper and get it.
I'll talk to you about it. Now then,
Now it's time for Heart's Content, the new radio serial starring Marcia Van Alshot as Grace, Sherman L. Sturdley as Edward.
one moment, please. We've had so many requests for those Heart's Content that we offered that we only have 2 or 3 Heart's Content left. So if you'd like one of these Heart's Content, simply address your postcard to us, Heart's Content, care of this station. And by return mail, we'll send you out gift wrap of beautiful Heart's Content.
For Young Love, we have the Puppy Tent.
But now to our story. A story that asks the question, what time is it?
This is the story of a young, sophisticated New York debutante.
Hi, folks.
Who goes out west seeking romance and happiness in a deserted mining town.
Also taking my husband, the bum.
She proves that she cannot find romance and happiness.
Say nothing out here.
Trouble she meets and the pitfalls go to make up her life in Heart's Content.
As we're looking on her, she's in a pitfall where she's just fallen. She's crying and sobbing.
Hey, lady.
What?
You just fell into that pit.
I know I fallen into.
The pitfall, you know.
Yes. Would you help me up, please?
Real thing.
I'm crying.
What are you doing, crying?
I have to say that I'm not a very effective actress.
How long you been on the show?
It's my 3rd day.
Uh-huh. I don't think you'll last.
Aren't you the neurotic on that other mystery program?
I hear quite a few of them.
Well, I recognize
Glad you asked me that.
Well, I
I also heard every morning for 4 or 5 hours. I start out with, hello, hello, hello.
Oh, I've heard you.
To my ukulele now.
Oh, I've heard you, yes. Would you help me up out of this pitfall, please?
Sure thing.
My land, I've never seen so many peach pits down in there in my life.
Now, what was it you came here to Heart's Content for?
Find my husband.
Right. When did you last see the gentleman?
He was on the Harvard team that went out to play Stanford.
What's that again?
Oh, we have a few Harvard students in the studio, friends. And,
Tell by the haircut.
no, as a matter of fact, you couldn't tell by their haircuts. I could only tell them by the points on their heads. But we're glad to have them. In fact, they're the 2 fellows that went to the what was the name
River
of that
School.
River School, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And they were up here. I suppose you folks probably remember the day.
You
they were
remember
up here.
them. Lyle Gump and his brother Chewing.
Sure. That's right. Well, they're here anyway today.
They're here, but getting back to me, we were standing there in Heart's Content, listening to Grace say,
Well,
the scriptwriter had a bad day. He didn't turn out much copy.
oh, well. So it goes.
Grace, I might say, is famous for her cliches.
Oh, well. That's life.
Just the other day, Grace said,
Happens to everybody.
and tomorrow we'll hear Grace say,
I should worry.
that's tomorrow on Heart's Content.
Oh, who cares? Oh, I'm not worried.
Hey, Mary?
Yes, Bob.
Hi there.
Hello, folks.
Haven't seen you. What you wearing that cowboy hat for?
I like it, Bob. Believe it or not, it keeps me warm. I can pull it down over my ears. And
Got any friends?
I don't know. I think a lot of women, particularly women who ride horses, should wear cowboy hats.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think they could do something for you. I mean, for instance, supposing you had your hair cut too short. There's nothing like a cowboy hat to cover it up. Of course, people will probably giggle at you for wearing it, but once you get over it, that first week when you have the cowboy hat on, I believe you're all set. I was talking with Mr. Goulding, my legal advisor, this morning. And
what time this morning?
About 8 o'clock. And Mr. Goulding said that you should...
What did he say? Mr. Goulding, I might say, is out of the studio right now, so he doesn't know a thing that's being said about it.
What Bob doesn't know is I'm backstage, ready to press the
What Ray doesn't know is I know he's backstage, and I have another button here.
Bob doesn't think that I know that he knows I'm backstage here. Meanwhile, I'm changing my location to the organ loft.
Ray doesn't know it, but I'm already in the organ loft, and...
What Bob doesn't know is I have a special trap door in the organ loft that will let him fall into Joe Kelly's magic barnyard.
He doesn't know is I'm not standing on it.
What I already know is he's in the magic barnyard now. But what I don't know is what time is it?
And with that, we listen once again to Bill Green with a very brief offering.
No, we don't want to hear him now, Bob.
I'd like to hear a little more piano. He hasn't done much on today.
Well, he played Body and Soul, and he played it very beautifully, and I think that's enough.
Let's play a little bit of Under the Double Eagle March, huh? Keep us in the mood? Sure.
One of our favorites.
Maybe the next Bob and Ray record. I've been in Dutch here for some time. I didn't know whether you were going to call it coil on me or not, but you did finally pop in my news on pipe here in Dutch.
Did you happen to see or hear what
Listen to me on my other program, Dr. Christian.
I always tune on you for Mr. Keene, Trace the Persons Lost.
Yeah, well.
Well, okay.
What did you say about Fred Allen?
I was going to say, did you happen to see what he said?
Yeah.
About what he learned?
He's all right. I like it.
He's all right, that Freddie.
Yes, sir. He's great. But anyway, I laughed when I read that he said all he learned in algebra was that X equals his father's signature. I thought that was very funny. And also the fact that he could earn more money chasing runaway horses in Mattapan than he could in Boston show business, which is certainly a reflection on you, Bob, the leading show business figure in town.
I've done all I could, and I've just thrown up my hand.
All right, hand over that wallet.
Well, look, friends, despite the fact that we'd love to stay here for the rest of the afternoon, we can't do it because
we have
previous program commitments.
Commercial commitments, too.
That's right. There are programs scheduled from now right through until 1 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Believe it or not.
And we just have to get out in order because the whole schedule would be all
thrown
mixed
into
up.
juxtaposition.
And so we will have to say goodbye now. And then on Monday we'll say hello again at 1 o'clock.
Good. I think that's an awfully cute arrangement, Bob, and I think we're all indebted to you for thinking about
it. That's all right. I think of those things.
Matinee with Bob and Ray is a regular public service feature. This afternoon's production, direction, James